Grundislav Games presents... Well, a quote. A man who is always ready to believe what is told him will never do well, from some guy from something. So, you'd like to hear about how I got into this mess? How a regular guy ended up half a world away, unconscious in the backseat of a car belonging to a guy he thought he could trust, but turned out to be his worst enemy? Well, I'll tell you. Whoa! Awesome! This is a pretty different style from what I'm used to. There's Percy-Quen-tin... Wait, was it Percival? I didn't get a very good look. There's the Prospector from Case 2. There's, people! Zorthrus. That was the Witches from number 3. Mary, who died for us. Case number 4 during the seance. Fun times. The horror. And the zombie from Case 5 just kind of going, hey guys, what's up? This music's a little bit loud. A little bit louder than the last game. Case 7, or sorry, 6. The Sea People. There's us making out with Alice. Fun times all around. There's a very evil looking, I keep wanting to call him Giovanni. Genovese, Cardinal Genovese. There's Bianchi getting sucked up into the demon thing. That was fun. And what we last remember, Percy-Quen-tin-Jones banging us on the head. Oh man, I'm so excited. I haven't done any test recordings or anything, which is why the volume was a little bit loud, because I want to get the full experience of a blind LP. Hopefully this will be an okay one. So far, liking this title screen. I like the rain. So let's start a new game, shall we? Yes. Case 8. Relics of the Past. I'm excited! Oh, that's creepy. This is definitely a different style from what we're used to. I see you're awake at last. You traitor? Yes, I know you must not be very pleased with me right now. But I can assure you things are not as they seem. You're one of them. Good point. No, I am not one of them. At least, not anymore. You're not? That was many years ago. I was quite another person then. You must believe me when I tell you that I have no longer have anything to do with that atrocious group of individuals. I am deeply sorry for what they did to your friend, and I do apologize for the way in which I extracted you from their headquarters, but I fear that I did not have much of a choice. You had already discovered my name in that book, and I didn't think you were going to come with me voluntarily. Yeah, probably not. So, where are we going? Back to London. I have a flat where we can stay whilst we come up with the next course of action. We're driving back to London? Yes. You were unconscious for most of the journey. We should be arriving in about 30 minutes. How do you even know where I was? All in good time, Mr. Jordan. I know you must have many questions. Let me assure you that I will provide answers as soon as we get to our destination. For now, you must relax. You need all the rest you can get, especially considering what you're going to be up against. Just great. Ooh. Day 1, December 30th, 2004. Yay! Oh, this is nice music. Got anything going on? Nope, no notes. Percy is standing at the window, staring out solemnly. Ben Jordan, Paranormal Investigator. It's pretty specific. A large, overstuffed chair resides in the corner of the room. A small but heavy-looking statuette of Atlas holding up the world is on Percy's coffee table. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna hit someone with that? Several volumes of texts relating to the criminology field. It's an antique roll-top desk, probably early 19th century by the look of it. Oh, Percy, you're so old. It's a souvenir decorative plate from Romania. You wonder why Percy would have it. Indeed. Look, it's a door. A large oak door leads out of the flat and onto the gloomy streets of London. God, I really love this music. Please tell me you have a soundtrack coming along, Grundislav. I want this song. I love cello music. A small photograph of some unrecognizable landscapes hangs on the wall. And it's Percy's criminology degree from Oxford University. That's odd. The ink on the date seems to have been smudged. That is weird. Are you like secretly super duper old? Because I mean, I know we found out through Sanburn that he didn't know Percy-Quen-tin-Jones. So that's making me think that like he's secretly really, really old. Maybe he joined the Knights of St. Anthony when he's really, really old. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be coming up with little conspiracy theories yet. I should just get on with the game. The statuette is surprisingly heavy considering its size. Okay. If you only had the time to sit down. Unfortunately, you have more important matters to attend to. Like what, Ben? You adjust your jacket and retie your shoes. What are you, hercrabbiness? Why, yes. Yes, I am, game. Yes, I am. And thank you, Grundislav. I appreciated that little message. If I remember correctly, he said there were like 3 different messages for touching people. Have you ever considered applying for a job with the TSA? Weren't you ever taught to keep your hands to yourself? Yeah, wow. Okay. Yes. You know, so I was kind of spoiled already about that message, but even if I weren't, I would have been anyway, because yesterday I got like 5 messages from random people saying, make sure you keep touching everyone! Hint, hint, wink, wink. So, yeah. But it's cool. I already knew about it. Moving on. None of these books interest you. It'd be disrespectful to go through Percy's desk. Besides, there's probably nothing in there that would be of use to you. Plate is too high for you to reach. You already have a degree. Granted, it's in international relations, but you can't go around taking other people's diplomas. But why? No need to take the photo. Ooh, we have money. Carrying some British pounds as well as some euros you had left over from your brief stay in Rome. Money feels kind of old. Notepad, much like you, has seen better days. We should probably get... Wow! We should probably get a new notebook. Although this is relics of the past, so... who knows. Anyway, time to talk to Percy. What are you looking at out there? I'm keeping an eye out for any Knights of St. Anthony. Do they know where you live? Hopefully not. Okay, I guess that's the only small talk we can do. Professor? Yes, Mr. Jordan? I think you owe me some explanations. You're absolutely right, Mr. Jordan. I do. Ask what you must. I will try to answer as best I can. What made you join the Knights of St. Anthony? As I said, it was a long time ago. When I joined, they were very committed to a noble cause. Not the twisted shadow of their former selves you know today.
What cause was that?
They sought to transcend religion, to bring harmony by establishing a common belief system. However, once I learned about Cardinal Genevieve's true intentions and the great task, I realized the error of my ways. That is when my association with the Knights of St. Anthony ended.
Okay, tell me about the great task. Exactly what is the great task?
Cardinal Genovese believes that by gathering relics from different religions, it will somehow empower him. He seeks to control and unify all religions, emerging as their single leader.
That's kind of creepy.
The problem is, he'll stop at nothing to reach the end, as you have experienced.
So what happens if he succeeds?
I'm not sure. However, I do know that he intends to perform some sort of ritual on New Year's Eve once he gathers all the relics.
Oh crap, what day is today, the 30th? But I destroyed the exorcism amulet.
Yes, but Genovese is not the type of man who puts all his eggs in one basket. He had planned to take the exorcism amulet because it was closest to him.
Oh, take it last.
However, he designated one relic as an emergency backup in case any of the others were damaged or destroyed. That means he is on his way to the location of the final relic, the same location he will perform the ritual.
Do you know where that location is?
Unfortunately, I do not. He didn't tell anyone where it was, not even Bianchi.
So basically you're saying we've got 2 days to both find and stop him.
I'm afraid so.
Good thing I work well under pressure. Da-da-dun-dun-dun. I like it. Tell me about Cardinal Genovese.
When I first met him, he was very young, a very young idealistic priest. I'm not sure what happened to turn him into the cold, bitter man he is today. Perhaps you should do some research on him.
I would, but Simon's dead! Ha ha ha!
It is best to know your enemy, as they say.
How am I supposed to find anything out about him?
I know for a fact he was educated here in London. You may be able to find some records on him somewhere.
Any idea where?
Well, the British Library is an invaluable source for old periodicals. I would suggest going to the British Museum reading room. You can access their databases of articles from there.
If it's my only lead, I guess it's worth a shot. Oh, I remember. I saw a preview of this game, and every time I heard this note, I would think Percy-Quen-tin-Jones. Just who are you exactly?
What do you mean?
Let's face it, you haven't exactly been honest with me. All I know about you is you may or may not be a criminology professor at Oxford. And that you pretty much showed up out of nowhere and have just been shadowing me. So what gives?
Very well, I see your point. It seems a reintroduction is in order. I am Percy-Quen-tin-Jones, born and raised here in London, educated at Oxford. You may call me Percy if you wish. I received my Criminology degree at Oxford after taking time off to travel the world. Later, I met Cardinal Genovese and joined the Knights of St. Anthony.
Are you really, Professor?
No, I'm afraid that was merely a cover story.
Oh, I guess he hasn't then. Why have you been helping me out all this time?
I have been charged with protecting you.
Oh, really? Charged by whom? Charged with protecting me? From what?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan. We simply cannot talk about this right now. Rest assured, I will tell you everything before this is all over.
You haven't... Oh, sorry.
You have enough to deal with right now. I don't want to complicate things further.
Okay, fine. But don't think you're off the hook just yet. Do you know anything about all the relics Cardinal Genovese took?
Yes. He started tracking them down many years ago. It was only recently that I began taking them and causing all the paranormal disturbances you've been investigating.
I'm not sure I understand all of this.
I'll do my best to explain. An object on its own cannot have a power. A piece of the true cross has no more power than a tea kettle. However, what gives it power is belief. If the belief in this object is strong enough, then it will gain power.
So you're saying if enough people believe that a kettle has power, it'll gain some kind of magic properties?
The kettle won't levitate or cast spells, but it will gain a sort of mystical energy from the belief, yes.
Well, that's pretty cool.
People do not seem to realize what a great force belief is. Now, if an object with mystical energy is removed, it causes a disruption in the balance of energy around it. If there is another source of mystical energy nearby, the imbalance causes a reaction. In this case, a physical manifestation.
So the skunk ape, the lost galleon, the sea people...
Precisely. All your cases have related to local myths and legends. When relics were taken from those areas, these things people believed in manifested themselves.
But what about Smalem and Japan?
Smalem was a different story, one I will tell you soon. As for Japan, Bionki took the tooth of the Buddha, which caused an Oni, or Japanese demon, to manifest. This Oni visited Yamamoto and told him of the evil means to acquire great riches.
I see. Percy-Quen-tin-Jones. Do you know what happened to Alice?
I am afraid not. As far as I am aware, she is not, and has not been captured by the Knights of St. Anthony. Unfortunately, I don't know any more than that.
Do you think I could borrow that car you brought me here in?
I am afraid that car is not mine to lend.
You mean you stole it?
From one of the Knights of St. Anthony, yes.
Ooh, Percy, such a rebel.
Driving around in it would surely make you easier to spot. Therefore, I would advise against it.
Fair enough. No more questions for now.
As you wish.
Well, I guess if we have to travel, we'll basically just walk in the rain. All alone by ourselves. Anyway, I don't know how long I've been doing this, but I assume it's been pretty long, so I'm just gonna save here as Percy-Quen-tin-Jones. And leave everything for next time. Bye for now, everyone.